Hey besties, we're back. And I'm here with my bestie, Tori.
Ooh, and I'm here with my bestie,
And you're listening to my Emotional Support Besties. We are so happy you are here.
Thanks for coming back or joining us for the first time.
We sure appreciate it. We sure do, don't we, Tori?
Preach it. Preach it.
Wow. How are you doing, Tori?
Doing all right. Trying to stay cool. It is a whopping 92 degrees right now, according to my phone. And we're heading into summer. She says, whoop, here we are.
She says, whoop, there it is.
Yep. AC unit went in just in preparation for this newest season we are embarking in. I gotta say, friend of the pod, Kiara, got me a little cute bouquet of flowers from her garden yesterday. I did swim in her and David's pool yesterday to try and stay cool, which was much needed. And someone commented, a friend also of the pod, Cassie, commented on it and said, something about this is feeling nostalgic to me, these flowers. I said it feels like summertime as a kid for some reason.
This year.
Like the pinks and whites and greens together, like just a fun. It also felt fun because it feels like it's our colors too.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I'm just getting excited about that. But definitely, it's taken me a minute to adjust to the heat.
Tori hates the heat. She
It's
really
not my
doesn't like being
favorite.
warm or sweaty.
I think it's more the sweaty thing. I think if I didn't sweat so much, I wouldn't care because my mood definitely improves with the sun. I like it. I'm more awake. I'm more energized. I love being in the water. But I don't want to sweat.
No, I don't want stale hot air. And you know what? We had some stale hot air earlier today because the power went out for a hot second and we got a little scared because, we live in a how old is this house? 120, almost 120-year-old home, no AC, and a little frightened because it was already really hot. And it was like 10 a.m. when this happened?
Yeah, and it was like already 80 degrees outside. And yeah, I think because there was no movement of air, I was feeling a little stressed and claustrophobic. But we did not have to move our recording this evening. Thank God the power came right back on. I thought I was going to have to go work from somewhere else for the day, which I didn't want to do because I was in my pajamas. It's all good.
We're great. We're grand.
Yep.
We're feeling good.
We made it back.
Da-dome. Da-dome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there's something I wanted to bring up just because it's been on my list for like 3 weeks and I haven't talked about it yet. It's just
Tell
a really
us.
funny thing that friend of the pod and my cousin Chelsea brought to my memory, and this was so funny, and I wanted to see if you ever did this. It was
Okay.
a very weird thing we did as kids.
Okay.
She had one of those old box computers in her room.
Yes.
Okay, this was probably like circa 2005. For some reason, we got really, really into watching Hallmark greeting card, like e-cards.
Oh my
For
gosh.
hours, we would sit in her childhood bedroom all around this tiny computer
and
just play Hallmark greeting cards. We thought it was so fun.
were they ones that it opened up?
Yes,
and it's
like
like
the
Happy
envelope would-
Mother's Day.
I think because it probably was like revolutionary animation at the time. It was just like, how are they doing it? But let me tell you, got me every time. Thought it was magical. I
And
thought
you
it was
just watched
mystical.
multiple
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, we would just go through every
Did
type.
you have a favorite?
Sympathy, birthday.
Oh God.
I can't think of what my favorite was, but there probably was some that had like some popular songs or something.
Oh, there's
associated
music
with
with it too.
Yep. Yeah, girl. Think of like Elf Yourself.
Oh my! Wow, I
It was
forgot
kind of
about
that,
that.
but with greeting cards, but not as cool.
Is Elf Yourself still around? Wow, that's a memory.
It sure is. But I remember when that came out and the amount of family members that sent me those of
'Cause
their
that was-
family.
That was where you'd upload photos and then you were
Yeah.
elves and it did a little dance, right?
And it was really funny when people had babies.
Oh,
Because there's like a little baby face. And you're like, they can't even walk.
this baby
Gonna
can't even
dance
watch
to the
this. They don't
world.
even know how funny this is.
But yeah, it was really cracking me up because I was like, the way that kids that are like 10 years old now, they have TikTok, Instagram videos, whatever.
They have whatever.
Our form of fun entertainment was watching Hallmark greeting cards that were animated.
That's so funny. I can't say that I did that. But what I thought you were going to say is something that my sister just sent me of the tower box computer is, do you remember when you'd like turn it on with your toe?
1,000%.
You felt so cool. You're just like, I'm just going to push my
So
little toe on the
gross.
on button. And then it'd be like struggling to turn on.
Use those toes.
Man, I miss the sound of the clickety clack of those computer keys.
I
It
know.
was so
I feel like my
satisfying.
ergonomic Bluetooth keyboard thing kind of has that, and it makes me feel like a cool, like,
Secretary.
1965, admin assistant. Just like,
Oh, I love that sound,
with, like,
especially
and
if
I
you
have
had long nails.
I have
Yep.
long nails right now, so it really feels clickety
That's one of the
clackety.
most satisfying noises ever.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
But I will say, long nails against skin. That's something I don't enjoy about long nails. That makes me want to crawl in a hole.
You know this about me. You know, I hate the sound of people scratching their skin,
Mm-hmm.
and like especially if it's dry skin. And that is something that I love her. I miss her so much. My Grammy, she did have some of the driest skin
Oof.
and these long, fragile nails. And she would like scratch the top of her arm,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like this very specific scratching noise that just drove me wild. My mom also kind of has it a little, and she knows. But then, Mom, I know you're listening. She just keeps doing it, even when it bothers me, because she thinks it's so funny.
Yep, my mom does that with her chewing.
Yeah.
And I go, misophonia.
Misophonia.
I have a phobia.
Alert, misophonia.
Correct. I should wear like one of those medical alert bracelets. This is misophonia. So if I go into like a rage spiral at a restaurant, they're like, "Oh, it's fine,
It's just-
everyone. It's the misophonia.
It's just her misophonia.
No one
Let
panic.
her be. Let her be.
We're just gonna put her in a padded room. She'll be fine in about 5 minutes. I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
Depending on the time of the month, it could trigger me enough. Just saying.
Absolutely. Well, friends, we know that this is normally the time where we go into what made us need emotional support, because we always cover
Mm-hmm.
what gave us emotional support, what made us need emotional support, flip-flopping those every week. And this week, I think we can all agree, probably are feeling the same need for emotional support, just with, of course, the injustice that's happening in LA with ICE and the federal government involvement and military involvement. We, of course, are carrying heaviness and just thinking about the immigrant communities and everybody who's been directly affected, because nobody is illegal on stolen land. And
Yeah, and I think we're both kind of having this thought independently about this, and I feel like we created this podcast because I think we're sitting in a lot of very heavy times right now, and we wanted to bring joy, but I also think that we want to acknowledge and hold space, I think, together in this little community that we've created for honest and authentic feelings about what's going on in the world. So we are here to continue to bring some joy, but also wanted to acknowledge what was happening. And that we're sitting in that with everyone who's grieving that and everyone who's in the middle of that right now.
we're sending our love and care to everybody. And we hope that if, you're listening to this while you are on your daily commute or doing chores or just taking a moment for yourself, that hopefully, you can find a little connection, community, and also hopefully some laughter too. But sending our hearts out to just everybody in LA, and we want the immigrant community to know how much you have our support and our love and our care.
Yep. We love you. Okay. Weird transition, but do we want to talk about
Weird transition.
the secret lives of Mormon wives?
I mean, I couldn't think of a better thing to talk about.
I mean, levity. Am
Here
I right?
Here we
A
go.
little bit of stupidity. Let's talk about it.
Go get my notes.
So this week we watched episodes 4 and 5.
Mhm.
And man, does it keep getting better. There was calling men out for having small dicks, which we didn't have confirmed. There was women starting group chats. I mean, there was a lot of things happening and jam-packed into these 2 episodes.
There was a lot. I do need to confess something.
Okay.
I watched episode 4 and half of episode 5 because I wasn't able to get through episode 5 because when I went upstairs to finish it, Ruby had eaten our remote.
Ruby.
She also ate my notes that I wrote about the episode. So
what a stinker.
My dog ate my homework, literally. But my remote's not working. I don't get a new one until tomorrow. So I only got through half of episode 5. But you know what? Please spoil it for me. I still can read these notes and my thoughts here. If I just piece these together.
Ruby! That's why she wasn't allowed to come down here and join us.
No. And you know what? I was down here. So Tori and I, because it's so cool down here and because we had that power outage earlier, I came down earlier today to take a meeting with Tori. And I was down here, 45 minutes, an hour?
Yep.
I go upstairs. Chaos.
And also, John's was only one floor above them. It's not like no one was around.
No,
Stinkers.
but she's a sneaker, and she was mad that nobody was playing with her.
She's in a little sneaky phase.
So she ate my homework, and she ate my remote, and I don't have one until tomorrow. So
what a gooby goo.
But, yeah, let's go ahead and get into episode 4,
Yeah. So episode 4 started with, and I will admit, episode 5, I have a lot less notes on because, frankly, it wasn't as good as episode 4. It kind of felt like a wrap up of some things in episode 4 and episode 5. So I'll give you that. So it started with Layla and her new boyfriend, Cameron, who I think I have a lot of thoughts on.
Oh, that's right.
But my first observation, they were making out on a Ferris wheel. Why was the Ferris wheel just like on a sidewalk?
Why was it all on its own? What was this?
They weren't at a fair. Do you think that Hulu commissioned it?
I don't know. It was,
like, can you just like drop this Ferris wheel into this outdoor shopping mall?
It was weird. Why was it all by itself?
It made me deeply uncomfortable. It made me so, because I was like, and I was like, is that just like paid extras that are like scattered on the other seats and they just have to uncomfortably watch these two weirdos make out?
I don't know. It was so weird.
He has some scary eyes. There's something about him that makes me go, whoop.
Oh my God.
Also, so my next thought on this man. Sorry, I'm really dominating this, but I have a lot of thoughts about him.
I'm very curious.
Looking at this man's face after he's saying he's tried no substances. You're telling me that man has done nothing?
Was sober?
Nope. No.
He looked high as a kite.
High as a kite. Do you think he sniffs laughing gas? I think he has a laughing gas addiction. He's like, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. But guess what I do? Haha, I said do. He carries around a tank.
He
of
also
laughing gas.
is probably like, I do ketamine therapy every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what it looked like in those creepy blue eyes.
Yikes.
Also, her literally asking him, so like your parents like don't know that you have sex? And he's like, no, they don't. Honey, they know now.
Yeah, you're literally on TV saying that.
Correct. I just felt like it was it felt very scripted.
Absolutely.
It did not feel like an authentic connection, and this man is full of it. And I hope you're not in timeout or Mormon jail with your bishop father, because you sure revealed a lot, Cameron.
He really did. Yeah, it made me really uncomfortable. And like their whole setup time and the conversation they were having, it just made me so deeply aware that this is a reality TV show and like what it would mean to be on a reality TV show and have really awkward, uncomfortable conversations like the ones that they were having, and like everybody seeing that. Like that was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, I think it also brought up some religious trauma for me, because I was like, these are adults.
Yeah,
they were talking like they were in they were 13-year-olds in a relationship
in youth group.
Yeah. Like, I was like, I don't like this.
But you guys are like nearly 30.
I mean, I acknowledge they're like 23 years old. They're the youngest ones.
Oh, okay. So not nearly
still
30, but still.
You have children. So we know one of you's had sex for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then the next thing we go to, really, I mean, if you could see these notes, I really wrote a lot.
Ruby felt some way about him too.
This was the reason why I had to actually grab the notepad. Was the next session.
She got a screener for next season.
Next season. But the next thing they do, or the next thing they show, is the guys all golfing. Brett, the one whose name I can't ever remember, and Zach, they're golfing and having this conversation. And let me just tell you, okay, first off,
I'm sorry, the smeared ink from her slobber is so funny.
Let me tell you, Brett is over here thinking he's this older, wiser man, you know, filling in these young boys, telling them, hey, here's what you need to think about your wives. Okay, could you imagine whether it be like a flip-flop of the situation, or if John went on a golfing not trip, but like just a golf day with his friends, and they were trying to be like, so here's the thing about your wife, so like you can't really trust what she says, like here's what's going on, like what?
Why are they so involved in each other's relationships?
And then I wrote, you can still be involved in the dad talk stuff. And then I wrote, can you see what I wrote there? Yikes. Like, I'm sorry, these men,
I know,
literally the one guy is nearly 50.
Correct.
And he's over here being like, yeah, you could be included in our is it dad talk?
Yeah, I guess you can sit with us at lunch. That's what it felt like.
I guess you can be in dad talk.
Also, watching them do dad talk, all I'm going to say is it wasn't helping with the sexuality rumors.
I also wanted to vomit. That was, that's the biggest ick I've ever seen in my life.
Michaela's husband gives me the ick. I think he's actually an asshole. He also is a predator because he was 21 and she was 16 when they first got together. So, yikes. But his face the whole time was my face as well. He looked pissed off, and I was like, yeah, it's making me angry as well.
And Dakota. I don't like any of the guys in this show. They're pretty terrible.
Am I making something up? Did I just mix a preview of something? Wasn't the golf thing happening in the previous episode too? Didn't they have a conversation at the golf course?
Did I watch the wrong episode?
No, because I did the same thing. I thought, did I already watch this? And then I paused it and I go, no, it's the 4th episode. We didn't watch this yet. There's something I'd like to say to the editors of these shows. Things are way out of order.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Things are out of order. Sometimes timelines jump around and they just don't acknowledge it. And I feel like they just took the second half of the conversation that started in the previous episode, and then they put it 10 minutes into this episode.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And then at one point, which this is in the 5th episode, but the same thing happens with Whitney's baby. For some reason, she has a baby shower after she has the baby. But they don't acknowledge the fact that she had the baby, so they just keep talking about
another baby.
They just keep talking about the baby shower, and I'm like, wait. So they revealed that she had the baby in the 1st episode. We see all of that.
Yes.
And then they're jumping back.
It's confusing.
I need some better organization.
It's confusing, especially when all these girls look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know. But
because we watched the sex party.
Yeah,
in the 3rd episode.
No, I think we went ahead.
Did we go ahead?
We went ahead, Tori. Yeah, we went ahead.
I didn't remember.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't remember a lot of the things that happened, and then I did.
I didn't either. Okay, that's the other thing that. I wrote sex party. I wrote my note for the sex party. So basically, those of you who didn't listen, they have a sex party because one of the girls has never orgasmed before, and so they wanted to throw her a party so she could. Mm-hmm. I said, great for the Mormon church.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, as we saw last season with Whitney's mom, she was so weird about her doing a sex toy ad, and she was like, Mom, women deserve pleasure too. I'm going to do it. So clearly,
the Mormon church, hopefully more women are, prioritizing their pleasure. The next thing I said is, don't think I'd like this.
No,
I don't think I would like this party one bit.
Because something I also wrote was, these women saying, I am so straight, it's scary, makes me think the opposite is true. The way that they felt like they had to, compete with each other. I'm so straight. As they're whipping each other. And then saying, yeah, I've made out with 15 women at parties, but I'm so straight, it's scary. Sweethearts, just why are we even saying it?
Yeah, it goes with my final note on this, which was, this has to be so confusing for these girls because they grew up in such a repressed culture And now they're kind of going to the other side of it. But then they also have this weird thing where two girls took it too far, started swinging. That was bad. Shame on you. But now we need to talk about this one girl who didn't have an orgasm. So we're going to throw a party. So we got to whip each other. We got to touch each other. But you aren't gay. It just was. I feel like it's probably
Happy Pride,
confusing.
by the way.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride, Mormon wives.
Hey.
No, I thought it was a very strange, and then there was like a vagina puppet at one point, which I was like, that'd be funny to just have in your closet.
It makes me remember last season when they drew the labias and the vulvas.
Correct. I mean, it's important conversations. Yes. I love that they're trying to help their friend too, because they're like, she deserves to have pleasure. I think that's about the only thing I'm going to like that Jesse and Demi do this season, because I'm not enjoying them.
Don't they start hating each other though?
Correct. I did the preview for episode 6. Something goes down. They're gonna get.
They're about to get into it.
They gonna get in it. I said Macy. She's always keeping it real.
She is.
I like her energy.
Macy
She's trying
is
to
my
heal.
favorite. All I put is Macy book deal. So then we have the book deal party.
Yes.
To see
pickleball tournament.
Oh
wait, no. Yeah, that's her. So sorry.
Yeah. To see Demi's face during that, she absolutely was jealous. She's like that quote where it's like, go where you're celebrated. Your friends are the people who celebrate you. Watch how your friends react when you tell them good news. She's the one where it's red flag. She's not happy when you tell her good news. She's mad when you tell her good news. She's jealous.
And I mean, I literally think it's probably coming, this gets revealed. Somebody sent in an anonymous thing to Macy that someone slept with Demi's husband last year. So something is telling me when she reacts like that, and especially with her very weird, which I know we broke this down, but it felt very pointed. No pun intended. Her running up the stairs to tell him, he just poked me. He just poked me. And like with a smirk on her face, like something tells me she's trying to prove something about her marriage and her life. She's not well. Something's going on there.
Something's going on.
And you know what? I'm sad for her. But this also brings up a great point, which is that kudos to Zach, because I don't know if you got to this point in the episode, but he sits Jen down and says to her, I don't actually think that mom talk is what you guys are saying it is. You keep saying it's about women empowerment. Friends don't talk about each other the way that you guys talk about each other. You are so mean to each other. You are not kind to each other. You're talking about each other behind your backs. This is not what friendship is.
Oh my gosh, Dash incredible with the words of wisdom.
Dashing in with the wisdom. Okay.
Wow.
I think ketamine therapy is working for Zach.
I think
it's dashing in through those veins, and he's going, he's running around with wisdom.
I think the ketamine is really doing something for him.
And Jen is not well.
No.
She's having a mental health crisis, which she does. I did see 2 minutes of the 6th episode, so foreshadowing. She does admit she's in a mental health crisis. Aww. She's not well, which is really sad. But it made me feel clearly Zach is emotionally aware. He's trying to hold her accountable to take care of herself and get away from these toxic ass women, but also, who do we believe in the Chippendales thing? Because what you missed in the second half of the 5th episode is they go to this weird tea house, Jesse and Jen, so that Jesse can confront Jen about the Chippendale stuff and that they're all mad at each other. Well, it gets real weird. They're screaming at each other. The woman with the tea shows up right in the middle of them screaming at each other. They just get quiet like this. Thank you. And she's like this. Like shaking, putting it down, and then immediately Jen starts yelling at Jesse about how pissed off she is that her husband was rubbing his small dick on her.
Small.
And Jesse just doesn't acknowledge. She was like, my husband didn't rub his dick on you. Are you kidding me? He wasn't naked. It was so uncomfortable. But who are we believing? Whose side of the story are we believing about what was consented to? Because I don't know what to think, because they did have that clip of Jen getting her hair done.
Yeah,
she's like, that's so fun. But she makes a good point where she's like, you told me you were just going to come and have them do a routine. I did not consent to being touched.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair, but I'm also like, is that true? Or was she like enthusiastic because she admits she's really bad with confrontation. So she just want to think it was going to be fun?
Gosh, I don't know. I feel like I need more episodes to really have an opinion on where she's at and who's telling the truth, because I don't trust Demi, but I also don't trust Jesse. I think they're two clout chasers, and I think they really loved getting so much love and affection from all the viewers last season.
Yes.
And now they're playing to that and like trying to have like a power trip with that.
Yep.
But I mean, I just, I like Macy.
Mm-hmm. You know who I'm not a fan of right now? Michaela. She's being a mean girl.
Is she? What's she doing?
They did a confessions thing at
was she the one
dinner.
who wrote the Jen thing?
Yeah, she's the one that wrote it. That wrote Jen is fake. And she is not well. And that's a really mean thing to do. You were just trying to have a nice dinner. And I think Macy got irritated about it too, because that was not the intent of what she was doing with that little game. It was really mean.
That's really mean.
They're mean to each other.
They are.
That's attacking someone at really where it hurts. Not fair. Taylor and Dakota. Taylor finally said, "We're done." We find out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They've been sleeping with each other on the DL this entire time.
What?
And Mom, thank God, and with her new fake face, finally acknowledged, because of the sister. Again, I like the sister. I like this sister. Okay, Taylor's got a great sister.
She should be on the show.
She reappears, and the mom and the sister do finally acknowledge and just tell her, like, you deserve to have space to heal yourself. Completely sever it. You need to end it. So she calls him over. He comes over. She tells him they're done having any time, just them alone.
How much of I didn't see this part, but I'm assuming that Dakota probably had a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
How much of his reaction do you think was sadness of losing Taylor versus sadness about losing his clout and his in on dad talk, mom talk, being one of the lover boys of the mom talk group? Like, what do you think he was really sad about?
The latter.
Right?
1,000%. Because if that's what was going on, and he was pretending to be sad because Taylor said, I really think we need to maintain that Ever, is that the kid's name?
Who knows?
Ever is here every night because he's still breastfeeding. Like, all this stuff is happening, and just we need to remain some like consistency, at least for now. And then he's like, well, I don't know. He didn't seem that upset about that. And then she was like, well, this is co-parenting. Like, I'm already doing this with another dad. Like, this is how this works.
That's wild.
And he's like, okay. And then now we know he's off dashing away to get hair plugs. I don't think he cares about this kid at all.
I think he just wants the celebrity, the money, the attention.
And he's like, Taylor and I are not done. This is not the end of it. I'm like, get a grip.
He's like, I need to be on season 3, please.
Oh, that's exactly. He's trying to be dramatic enough that he maintains, because he's like, oh shit. If she's done with me, he's basically going to end up being like the first baby daddy who was not invited to at all participate in the show. Well, maybe he was and he just said no, but we don't really care about him. So whatever.
Wowzers. Well, I guess now we got to watch. I need to finish episode 5, and then we need to watch episode 6 and 7.
Yep. And then I think there's only one episode of 8.
I don't know. Maybe 8.
Yeah.
8 or 10.
But I've heard it's real juicy at the end.
Oh, I can't real good. Wait. I mean, I'm starting to see some spoilers online. I'm trying to ignore them, but
I haven't seen them yet, and I'm
wow. Any final thoughts?
Let's see. Do I got anything else? Oh, and why is the Ben Affleck relationship?
Why do we keep talking about that?
It comes up again at the second. It comes up during that argument at the weird tea shop. We don't care anymore. And Jen says that. She's like, why do you keep bringing this up? It's fun. It's funny.
It's funny. And also, who cares?
She's like, stop talking about it on podcasts. The way that I would have been like, why are you listening to me on podcasts if you hate me so much?
Oh.
Take that and shove it up your husband's small dick.
Oh, my God.
And on that,
we'll transition over to Tori. What brought you emotional support this week?
Something very sweet. If anyone is aware of the Oregon Zoo, there is a new baby elephant, and her name is, I think, Tula too.
Oh,
she is perfect. I could have sat in there hours.
Oh my God.
It was really cute. We walk in, so they did, it was Zoo Brew this weekend. And shout out to loyal listener and friend of the pod, Christina, who gets married next week.
Ow, ow.
She and also friend of the pod, her sister Maggie, had a fun idea to do part 1 of her bachelorette weekend at Zoo Brew, which was really fun. So we all dressed up as animals and got really into it. And we knew because our parents went to Zoo Brew the night before, and they know I love the elephants. So my mom made sure I knew exactly when to go into the elephant enclosure, which was at 7:30 for the zoo talk.
Oh.
And she was performing.
She knows tricks?
No, but I think
she was
knows.
like awake and she knew she had an audience.
Yeah, she was in her prime, and those ladies in there, those two, one's the mom, one I think is just her aunt.
Oh my god!
And they've been doing slow exposure to the dad and her brother, and they said it's going real well. It's going really well. Okay, but she was a silly goose. She's a silly girl, and she reminds me of Ruby.
Oh, yeah, that video you sent me.
Yeah, she just was a silly little sweet girl running around and kind of scared of things, but like really trying to find her courage. It was really cute. She's 500 pounds.
Oh, my God.
But she looks so tiny. She gains 100 pounds a month at this age. She eats 100 to 200 pounds of food a day. The way that I looked at Christina and we were like, oh, God, I want one. I need her. And then Christina was like, I couldn't afford to feed her.
I mean, you don't have the space.
I don't have the
space.
space.
I don't think she'd fit down here.
I don't have the money for the food. But she was really cute. At one point, the zookeeper was like, okay, thanks for coming to my talk. I'm going to pull the hose out now and give him some water. So she pulls it out. And so little Tula goes over there and she's like drinking from the hose. It was really funny. It was like a little dog. With her little tiny trunk. And then she for some reason puts one, it's like there's like a fence thing, and then there's another area before where the humans sit. It's kind of a little stage area for the zookeepers, but they're still protected from the animals a little bit. So the hose was barely through the fence that leads to the animals, so she was like up against the cement and she just put one leg up on the cement and just was like chilling there and then drinking the water. It was really funny. It was really cute. She had such a personality. And then at one point, the water started spurting and she ran away. And then she got so scared. And so she hid under her mom, which reminded me of Ruby. Aww. And then she ran back, so courageous. She went back to the water and then she started getting the zoomies.
She ran laps?
She had elephant zoomies.
I didn't know elephants had zoomies.
It was really cute.
Can we go back to the zoo? I
really would like to just go spend a whole day sitting in there and watching her.
I haven't been to a zoo.
I ate an elephant ear while I was watching her. Oh. And when we walked in, everyone was so quiet because we were just all observing her. Just eating, just being cute. And then she got silly, and then we got silly with her. It was really sweet. So anyways, sometimes when you need to just observe sweetness, go to the zoo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was really cute. She was really, really cute. So that's what brought me emotional support.
You know what's funny is one of the things that I wrote down that brought me emotional support also has to do with a wild animal.
What is it? What brought you emotional support?
Well, this is just a small little thing. And then I have another thing. But have you heard about Ed the zebra?
No. Is he a silly guy?
Oh, he's silly. He sure is silly. Ed the zebra's in Tennessee, and he is a pet zebra, and he escaped. And he's been running loose, cutting across the interstate.
Shut up.
Not getting hit by cars. It took like 4 days before the local authorities were able to catch Ed.
Ed's Wild Adventure.
And you want to know how they caught him?
How?
A helicopter.
Oh.
So there is a video of Ed the pet zebra hanging in this like little cocoon thing, dangling from a helicopter.
Shut up.
Being flown back home or wherever.
Like, damn it.
And it's just like this freaking zebra hanging in the sky.
Oh, Ed.
The way that his name is Ed.
I know. I feel like maybe he was trying to make his way to a zoo to be with his friends.
Or he's like, where the fuck is the freaking like
Savannah?
Savannah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
he's like, I'm a safari
why am
animal.
I in Tennessee?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a little weird to me that someone has that as a pet.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
But
But
he
Ed,
sounds like a fun guy.
he sounds like a great guy.
Wow.
I'd love to get a beer with him.
Absolutely. And we could talk about the elephants.
Oh yeah, he's like, I fucking hate the elephants.
Maybe. Or maybe. Oh, I did see a video of an elephant saving a gazelle from drowning.
Oh, I saw that too.
They're real smart.
Oh my god, elephants are geniuses.
Wow. I'm going to look up that video of Ed when we're
Yeah,
done.
we got to share
That's
that.
really funny.
But the thing that brought me the most emotional support was this weekend was we celebrated Mother's Day later because I was traveling. My sister and her family had stuff going on. And so we scheduled our Mother's Day celebration with our mom for this past Saturday. And what we did was we surprised my mom by sleeping over at her house. She had no idea. So we showed up at her house. She knew that we were going to be there for dinner together. And we had talked my dad into making up a lie.
I was just going to ask, did George know?
Yeah, he made up some lie about her needing to do something with him the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so she thought she was busy. And no, she wasn't. It was us. So we show up there. I make one of our all-time favorite childhood meals. Let me tell you about it. It's called blue cheese pasta.
Yum.
It is an Emerson classic. It's a hit. It's great.
Delicious.
It's literally pasta and blue cheese.
Delicious.
And then you add a little pine nuts, a little Kalamata olives.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
I made a little arugula salad.
So stepping it up.
Make this dinner for my family. You know, a single mom who works 2 jobs. Just kidding. But then we tell my mom, she's like, well, okay, so like, what are we doing? And we're like, we're staying the night. I have my pillow in hand. And she's like, what do you mean? We're like, we're going to sleep over. We're going to have a whole girls' night.
So cute.
So we eat that dinner. Then we hot tubbed. We hung up and we chatted. We went through my mom's birth certificate so I could find out what time she was born so I could do her horoscope.
Oh, I still need to do that for my family.
Her chart. And then we went for a drive in my parents' Jeep with the top off.
Hell yeah.
And we sang The Climb.
Love.
You know, a real big Emerson moment.
How much of this did George join you for?
He did join that drive.
Uh-huh.
We went to
I
Dairy
saw
Queen.
he chauffeured you around.
Yeah, he took us to
That's a
Dairy
good dad
Queen.
job, you know?
And is very reminiscent of when we went to Hawaii in like 2008 or something. And we had rented a Jeep, had taken the top off, drove through Hawaii, Maui, and we listened to The Climb. And my mom said in that moment, everybody, girls, remember this moment. And guess what? We remember that moment. And we recreated that moment. It was beautiful. Wow. And then we watched the movie Now and Then, starring Demi Moore, Rosie O'Donnell. Yep. And I made a ton of popcorn because I've been on my popcorn hyperfixation.
Yeah, you have.
And then slept next to my sister in my sister's old childhood bedroom. And woke up. I made some nice challah French toast.
Ooh, baby.
So good. And then we went and played pickleball. And it was just magical. It was so nice. Like, when is the last time you slept in your childhood bed? Well, I didn't because it's gone. But I slept in my sister's childhood room. So it was really great.
When is the last? Christmas?
Yeah, probably Christmas for you.
Mm-hmm. But my parents, the day after I moved out, painted the room.
No, they're like,
Move stuff around. But
cleanse
at
this
least there's
room.
still a bed in there. Hallie's room is now their gym.
oh, they have a gym.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I haven't been up there in a while.
Chelsea's little guy, Jordy, little Jordy pants. He's 2, and he knows that it's Hallie's room somehow still. He walks in and goes, Howie's room.
Oh,
Howie's room. Yeah.
there's an energy.
So you
in
know
there.
what? She remains.
Wow.
Yep. Her spirit is in that room.
My old room is it's my dad's office in a train room. There's a
Wait. When did the trains get in there? I don't remember this.
like a year or 2 ago.
He's got a train set?
He's got a train set.
Okay.
There's Boppy's train set.
That's cute.
The kids go in there. They got their conductor hats,
Shut
their
up.
train whistles. They got a little
Shut
train,
up.
magnet train. I really wanted to play with it when I went in there this weekend, but
That's really cute.
I didn't. I don't want to break it. Don't want to break the train.
It's very nice of you. Very kind.
But I will say the closet still hot pink.
And does it still have your stuff in it?
Still has, some things, some stuff,
But maybe we'll find some treasures in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can share them on here. Just saying.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
But it was
that's
just
really fun.
amazing and lovely. And I loved surprising my mom. My mom is the best lady ever. And I love her so much. And it was just a really fun time.
I love that. Hallie and I keep saying we really want to do, did you see that TikTok trend for a while where all the grandkids showed up at the grandparents' house and we're like, we're here for a sleepover. And they brought cookies. We want to do that.
Can I join?
Yeah.
I would
Absolutely.
love to do that.
We kind of did that, but just with my grandma a few months ago. So now we do it when Papa's home.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
It'll be a good time. But that sounds really fun.
It was great. It was great. Also a benefit too. They have air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah. I really thought about that last night. I was like, do I go sleep at my parents' house? Because the AC.
They got it right.
Replace that feeling, you know?
They got it
I had a
right.
hard time falling asleep last night.
I know. I keep saying to John, I'm like, should we invest in an AC? Like, should we get AC?
Expensive.
It's so expensive. And he goes, it's only 8 days out of the year. And I'm like, no, it's not.
What global warming daydream are you living in?
8 days?
I wish.
I told
Maybe
him
when we were kids.
I
but
told
not
him I'm
now.
going to start making a checklist every day that we need to use the AC. I'm going to make a checklist so I can show him this is how many days we had to use the air conditioning, the window air conditioning.
He also has a weird tolerance to the heat because I feel like when was that? One of the last times we had a heat wave, it was like 98 degrees outside and he was like, I'm going to go on a run.
Yes.
Excuse me?
I think he's what is it called? A masochist?
Yeah.
I think he just wants to hurt himself because that sounds like torture.
Ugh. That's
Yikes.
awful.
Yikes. I'm not.
Yikesy.
I'm not doing that. I'm laying still and like trying to not.
Correct.
Melt.
When the power went out, so there was no movement of air in here, I literally just laid on the ground and was like, it's over. I was like, the floor feels cold, so I'm just going to stay down here for a minute.
Which is also really funny, though, because, again, for those, I mean, I know we've mentioned it before, but maybe we got some new listeners here, but Tori lives in the basement apartment in my home.
I live on the ground like a mole.
But let me tell you something. It is 20 to 30 degrees cooler down here than it is on the first floor. It's 20 degrees cooler than the first floor and 30 degrees cooler than the floor where our bedroom is.
Nope.
And so I come down here and I'm like, oh my God, I need to stay in the basement with Tori. I'm just going to end up sleeping with you.
Okay.
It's so much cooler.
Love it.
You'd be scared up there. It's scary. It's scary up there.
I wouldn't live here if I had to live in that heat. I think I would probably have died already.
Probably, honestly.
I don't have the tolerance.
What if you had to live in the attic?
Well, it's nice knowing you.
Like,
I'm perishing.
oh.
Crumbling away. I'm like that grandma in
What?
in SpongeBob. No, I'm SpongeBob when he
water.
That's literally me. / I will look like that grandma that's just the brain
The
stem.
chocolate.
Yep.
Chocolate.
And then you'll just have a brain and a stem living in your attic. I'd probably be really cold.
I'm scared.
It'd feel nice.
I'm scared.
Just saying.
Oh my gosh.
I have a very low tolerance for being hot.
She
I don't
does.
like extremes.
She does. And sometimes when it's too hot for her, you can tell when she will just shut off.
Also, my gut is really connected to that too, and the way that I will have to have instant diarrhea if I get too hot. Which I've looked this up, and apparently it's like a regulating thing.
Oh. It's cooling
your stomach
you down.
just like...
You guys are our besties, so you can know this information.
Yeah, I feel fine sharing. It's a human experience, you know? Also, I'm looking at myself in the camera, and I'm laughing at how white my legs are, and that's something else I'm excited about. I wear my sunscreen. I'm excited to have a tan summer. We're going to have it. We're going to be safe from skin cancer, but I can't wait to be tan.
I will not be.
Yeah.
I will be staying
Read
under an
burns.
umbrella.
Read burns.
And I just get so many freckles. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. So while I was in Australia, there was a TV show that was playing in the background at our hotel. And it was a game show where these two people were competing against each other. And it was a single topic. and they showed pictures up on a screen, and you had to buzz in to provide the answer. And it was like picture after picture after picture. And the one that I saw was flags of different countries. And so these people were going back and forth like, bzz, 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 like Ethiopia, bzz, like Canada, bzz, the Ukraine, and like all this stuff. I'm like,
wow.
I know only a few flags. I could never imagine doing this. And so then I was like, you know what? What would my topic be where I have some confidence that I could compete and I think that I would do very well? And I was like, oh, duh, dog breeds. I know dogs. I love dogs. I watch dogs everywhere I go. I love them so much. I ask what kind of breed they are. I think I know about them. Also, when I was a child, a friend of the pod, Nicole, could attest for this. I would Google every type of dog breed, and then I'd put in quotations, the dog, because do you remember those photo shoots that were happening back in the 2000s where they used a fisheye lens and they took pictures of corgis and dachshunds and cocker spaniels and things like that? And I looked at every single one of them. So I feel like I'm going to be good at this. So
I created a game of it. So I have a slideshow that you can't see, but we'll find a way to share with you. I put in a picture of a dog, and you're going to have to guess what it is. And then I will reveal to you after each one the correct answer. Bonus points, I think, would be fun if you name them.
Oh, I give the dogs a little name?
You give them a little name.
Okay. Also, what we'll do is we'll just make it so the picture shows right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yep. This is called Best in Guest.
Oh, yes. I titled it Best in Guest, like Best in Show. Best in Guess. A game of Reed's childhood hyperfixation. Are you ready?
How many dogs are there?
20.
How many do you think I'm going to get out of 20?
15.
Okay.
You might surprise me and get
I'm
more.
Get 20.
I'm a little scared that I think these are like easy to moderately hard, and you're just going to buzz through them.
Well, if I don't know a single one, I'm kind of scared.
I would be horrified if you didn't know at least one of these.
Okay. That gives me a sign. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Give it to me. Basenji!
What's his name?
Shelby.
Okay. Yay! Okay, here we go. Number 2.
Oh my God. This one is not a Newfoundland. Oh my God. I know this one. It's going to make me really mad because they're like really big. Is it a Newfoundland?
Mm-mm.
No, okay, it's not. Oh, okay, I know this. Okay, but here's the thing is, this is going to make me so mad. Oh my God. Okay. No.
You got this. Also, I would like to describe for the listener, well, you'll probably see the picture, but I just thought this was really funny. This woman that's just sitting there next to it, and it is a huge dog.
This is a massive dog. It's very huge. It looks like a sheepdog. It's not a sheepdog, but it's really large. It's a large dog, and I know I'm going to be so mad, but the name isn't coming to my brain, so I'll just name it right now. His name is Kerplunk.
Ooh, I love that for him. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm
an
jumping
Irish wolf.
I'm jumping off a cliff. Obviously, that was an Irish wolfhound. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, my ancestors would be so disappointed.
Okay, pup number 3.
It's a Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that little boy is so cute.
That little boy
with him.
is so cute.
I want you to name the kid and the dog.
Okay, that kid's name is Devin, and the dog's name is Kevin.
Oh, cute.
And
Shiba
a fun
Inu.
fact about Shiba Inus, they're actually not nice.
Oh.
They have aggression issues.
Oh, Lord.
But it's okay. Any dog can learn anything. This is a King Cavalier Spaniel. King Charles Cavalier Spaniel.
Good job. What's its name?
Soup.
Oh, they're going to name it Denise.
His name is Soup. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Look at his lip.
This isn't fair.
It's a really
You're not showing me its tail. I believe this is a Vizsla.
What's its name?
Victor.
I like it.
It's a Vizsla. Woo! And that was difficult because she only showed me the face. And the thing that about Vizslas is they have the same tail as a Weimaraner, but it's only like 8 inches, and it's just this straight, like thick, straight thing, and it's very funny looking.
I once met a Vizsla in England, and its name was Stan.
I once met one after being hyperfixated over them in 6th grade at outdoor school at the beach, and me and friend of the pod Nicole were like, "Oh shit, that's a Vizsla over there." And
You said, "Oh shit."
Basically, we walked over to these people and we were like, "Hey, so is that a Vizsla?" And the lady's like, "Yeah, it is." And we're like,
I bet she was so
"Oh."
impressed.
And then we just walked away.
She probably felt really seen. Okay, what's this pup number 6? He's cute.
This is a carrion terrier. No, it's not, because its nose is short. Oh. This one's confusing because it kind of looks like a Yorkie, but it's not a Yorkie. It's not a carrion
and it
terrier.
also kind of looks like an Ewok.
It looks a lot like an Ewok. It's some kind of
cute.
terrier.
I had to throw in some kind of hard ones.
This
I'm
one's
sorry.
hard. Is it named after a country?
Mm-hmm. Wait. Town? Town.
Okay, give me a minute. I need to sit with this. Do you know what I'm doing right now?
What?
Remember that episode? Why is my entire personality and sense of humor SpongeBob? But remember that episode where he's like, forget everything and just do a good job at your job?
Yes.
And then somebody's like, my name is, and it shows his brain and all the little SpongeBob's going through the indexes.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing
Somebody
right now.
brought this up to me the other day, that exact episode. There's ones that just stick out, you know?
Norfolk Terrier.
No, but that is one. Get away from terrier.
He's not a terrier.
Mm-mm.
Hound?
Mm-mm. That's not in there.
Whoa.
But there is a town in Central Europe that is the first word of his name.
Central Europe. Okay.
Central
Belgium.
Western. Really close.
Berlin.
Really
Belgium.
close.
Brussels. Brussels.
Mm-hmm.
Brussels dog.
Do you want me to
Brussels
show
baby.
you?
No!
Oh.
Brussels.
Now I'm second guessing what it's called. I should have left a key for myself.
Brussels boy.
It's like Barnacle Boy.
Brussels sprout. What? It doesn't have
It's a
Brussels dog.
it's a last name of a kid that we went to high school with. No, he did leave halfway through high school.
Where'd he go?
Another school.
Oh. Tall?
Yeah.
Football player?
Yeah.
What the hell was his name? Oh my God, what was his name? Brussels.
Also, if he listens to this, I'm going to love it.
I'm going to beep this out.
Yep.
He had a last name.
Yep. You want me to tell you the first letter?
Yeah.
G.
Green?
Nope.
Griffin?
Close. Yeah.
Brussels Griffin? Griffin Brussels? Brussels Griffin. That's a dish on a menu. That's not a dog. What? Okay. Well, they didn't have that on the dog calendar.
I'm so sorry. I really had to throw that one through us for a loop.
Okay, these aren't Shiba Inus.
I'm worried that I put two. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
Oh. They aren't. You're right.
Okay,
But they are similar.
Shiba
Nope.
Inu.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I made this harder than I thought.
Are these like Akitas?
Yes! Good job. What are their names? There's 4 of them.
Wait, I didn't name the last one.
Oh, let's go back to him. He was really cute.
He's
one of those that are like so ugly they're cute.
His name is like Garfunkel.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, these Akitas are named Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Oh, cute.
I can't believe I got it. She's confusing me. Oh, Afghan. Afghan Spaniel.
Nope.
Or Oh, it's a country. No.
Afghan.
Afghan. Not spaniel. Hound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for those of you that don't, well, it'll be on the screen, but these are very sophisticated looking dogs. But we did ask ChatGPT the other day what dog breed would be, and it said I would be this. And I take that as a compliment because they're beautiful.
That means you're beautiful. But also, why do they have like literal center part hair?
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
That's why it really cracked me up. And then the woman in the middle looks like them. What are their names, including the lady?
Elizabeth,
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy,
Mm-hmm.
and Samantha.
Oh, beautiful ladies.
I got it. Okay, so I've only gotten 2 wrong. Basset hounds.
You sure?
What? These aren't basset hounds?
Close.
Is it a country?
It's basically a basset hound, but this
Oh.
is a different kind.
It's
This was mean of me to do.
Wasset hound.
This is really mean of me.
Okay, what is it? Oh, God. Okay.
It's a bloodhound.
Let me tell you something. I know what a bloodhound is, but a baby. Show me a side by side of a freaking basset hound and a bloodhound.
The same.
If you showed me a grown bloodhound, I would know.
Bloodhound.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wait, what are their names?
Oh, blood and hound.
Perfect.
Oh, of course, a Bichon Frise.
Ah. Made famous by Shrek 2.
Made famous by Cheetah Girls.
That too.
Wow. Oh, and this one's name is Cassandra.
Oh, perfect. She's beautiful.
Bichon Frise. Oh my God. This is a Carrion Terrier.
Nope.
What?
It is a terrier, but
Oh, whatever it is, I want one.
isn't it cute?
Oh my God, I really thought I knew these dog breeds.
He looks like a polar bear.
He really is cute. Oh my God. A terrier.
Mhm.
We already went through Norfolk Terrier, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not this because that's a bigger dog.
There are so many breeds of terriers.
I know.
I had to make sure this wasn't dominated by them because woof.
I don't know what this one is, but I'm gonna name him Booby.
Okay.
Oh my God.
A
It's
West
a Westie.
Highland.
It's a freaking
Yeah.
Westie. Oh, okay.
It's like coconut.
I'm really upset with myself right now.
Slawy.
This is really upsetting me. This is not a greyhound. It's the other one. They nicknamed them Whippets. Italian greyhound. Right? No.
What's its name?
Susie. Whippet.
Yeah. I said we'll also
Oh
accept
my
greyhound.
God. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay. My
But
confidence.
I just loved her little hat. And I'm really impressed you knew it wasn't a greyhound.
Greyhounds are bigger. I'm telling you.
That one was supposed to be tricky and you got it.
I got it. Oh, a Boston Terrier.
What's his name?
Well, I'll name him after my parents' old Boston Terrier named Freckles.
You got it.
A. Oh, is this a Doberman without its ears?
Look at its little paws.
Those aren't little. Those
know.
are huge.
I know. What's its name?
Tito. Doberman. She tried to get me on that one because they didn't have the ears, which good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that to the ears.
I know. The little docket.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is this an Australian Shepherd or a Border Collie? This one's an Australian Shepherd.
Mm-hmm. What's this silly little girl's name?
Tina.
Oh. Good job. Australian Shepherd.
Wow. Okay.
He's in a suit.
Is this a puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, is this oh my God, this is gonna bother me. Okay, not a Chow, not a we already had an Akita. This, and it's not a Pomeranian, but it's fluffy. Oh my God, I know this kind of dog. Malamute? No.
The Millers had one of these.
The Millers had one of these. It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fluffy dog.
Mm-hmm.
What are those freaking called? Oh my God. This is not good. My brain isn't working. My brain keeps wanting to say chow, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say an Eskimo. Yes.
An American Eskimo. What is his name?
Duh.
Doug?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But sure, Doug.
Oh, I like Doug.
Oh, this is a cattle dog, an Australian cattle dog.
Mm-mm.
What?
So close though.
A
They do
different
look really
country?
similar.
But it's a cattle dog, right? Oh,
You know one.
yeah. Kayla's dog. It's not a cattle dog? Oh.
It's a color.
Blue? Blue healer. Oh my
Bingo.
God. Wow, he's really cute. His name is Teddy.
Oh, I love that for him.
Okay. American Bulldog. The target dog. His name is Chad.
Close.
Oh, Bull Terrier. Duh.
Yep.
That's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. Oh. This is a Newfoundland.
Yeah, girl. What's the baby's name and what's
That
his
baby's name is like Marshall. And the
Oh,
dog's
great
name
one.
is Bellissimo.
name? Ooh, sophisticated.
Oh, Great Dane.
What's his name?
Gary.
Oh, Gary. You did it!
Oh, and it's from the dog. Okay, so how'd I do? I got 16 right, yo. Hey, guess
That's
what?
a really good record.
I know my dog breeds. Oh, I got a follow-up from last week. So, Tori,
What?
this past week, I went back to the coffee shop we were at the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who I bumped into?
Who?
Our friend that pet Ruby. And I went up to him. I don't know who I am. I'm talking to strangers. And I said, hey, you pet my dog last week. And he's like, I did. Can you remind me her name? I said, Ruby.
Uh-huh.
I met him. His name's Steven.
Oh. Shout out to you, Steve.
But I didn't tell him. Well, that's my parents' dog's name. I should have. I met another girl, too. She had a dog, and I was petting the dog. I love
Was Baja
dogs.
there?
Baja wasn't there, but this
Aw.
dog was. I can't remember its name, though. It was like,
Shout out to this dog.
shout out to this dog. It kind of looked like my childhood dog, and I really liked it.
Oh.
Wow, Tori, that was so much fun. Okay, so
Good, I'm glad.
I love this. What is the equivalent for you?
I don't know.
We'll
TV
figure.
shows.
Okay, we'll figure it out, and
You girl.
we'll make one for you.
Great.
Okay. I also am just so curious. Like, I feel like this is a really good like group icebreaker, or just like, you know, like a question to ask at a dinner table. What everybody's hyperfixation that they would be able to name a bunch of would be. So I want to know from the listeners. Think about it. What comes to mind? What would you know? Friend of the pod, Kiara. She said, I almost said breeds. But well, what do you call them? Like different types of flowers. What are those called? Species? Species. Yeah, I don't know.
Types.
Yeah, different types of flowers. She's like, I could identify them all. I'm like, wow.
I was going to say brand.
Yeah, I could do that too. Maybe.
I was thinking brand of flowers.
Oh, I thought you meant different brands. I'm like, I could probably look at a brand and be like, yeah, that.
Varietal.
Oh, variety of flowers.
A varietal of flowers.
Well, we'll figure out what Tori's is, and then we'll do this same challenge
I
for
think
her.
it'd be fun to hear what people's hyperfixations are and then quiz ourselves on them, even if we're not experts.
Ooh, yeah. I want to know.
I think quizzing's fun.
Wow. This was fun. Thanks, Tori.
You're welcome. Little pups.
Any final thoughts before we wrap on up here?
No, I just hope that this brought some levity to your day. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the dog pictures that I pulled, because some of them were really funny and cute. And thanks for playing along.
Yeah, I want to know if anybody beat me and
Yeah.
was able to, you know, I don't know, maybe start a tournament. Maybe we see who's the top dog breed. Nowhere.
Who's the top dog?
Who's the top dog? Also, for those of you who are only listening, me and Tori are sitting very close to each other now
are.
as well.
We were leaving space for the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are with us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we hope you guys have a nice week, and
Yes.
we're sending love and hugs to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk to you next week.
Share this with some friends.
Give them a
Like and
virtual
review.
hug.
Subscribe. Take care of each other.
Leave a comment.
We love you.
Have a good week.